Hey there. I had some questions about how do I get the SVGs that you're sharing out of the classroom and into Design Space so I can tell my Cricut to cut them. Well, here you go. So you're going to go into the classroom, which is right here. It's karamiller.com. The easiest way to find it is to go to karamiller.com, click on Classroom. It'll bring you right here, and you're going to click on the 2020 live classes. And then when you get in there, it's going to say enroll for free, and you're going to go through the process. You're going to put your email in, and then you will always have it. And when you scroll down, mine looks a little different because it's mine. When you scroll down, you'll see the classes. This is the one from Wednesday, from last night, and here's the 3 SVGs that I shared with you. You're going to click on this one, or whichever one you want. Click on the first one. Here's the hardest part. Remember where you save it. That's the trickiest part out of all of this. I'm going to put it on my desktop so I know where it is. Easy peasy. Then I'm going to go to Design Space. Now I'm actually using the desktop version of Design Space. That has always been a web program before, but they are transitioning. The middle of this month is the plan to go with a desk version. So you'll see when you first go to Cricut.com to go into Design Space, you'll see a strip across the top that says, do you want to install the beta version? That sounds like something you don't want, but that's what they're calling it right now. You can still do this online. Don't freak out and think, oh my goodness, that's a whole nother thing I need to do. So if you're not sure, you can still go to this. Go to Cricut. They talk to each other. So if you do work in this version and then the new one comes, you're okay. I always tell people to go to Cricut.com, then go to Design, and that will bring you into Design Space. And you're starting to get some errors and things like that. It's not happy because it knows that I've installed it on my computer. So I'm going to go back to the installed version. But if you've not done that yet, then don't worry. You can still do it by the web. Okay, enough about Design Space. Once I get in there, I'm going to go to Upload. And this is where I said you need to remember, where did you put it? I'm going to say Upload Image right here, because notice it says in the fine print, SVG is one of your choices. I'm going to click on Upload. And I'm going to browse. Oh, where am I browsing? I'm going to browse on my desktop. And I'm going to look for SVG. It's not it. It's this one. There's the one with the meerkats on it. Now when you bring it in, you can see it's got my name. It said Facebook, gang's all here. You can get rid of that number 1 or any other weird stuff. You can name it whatever you want. You're going to want to put a tag. A tag is something you would search for. So in this case, you might search for simple. You might search for gangs all here. You might search for scrapbook. This is the only time that you can put those tags in. So you're going to put those in, and you're going to say save. And you think, okay, now what? Now what do I do? All right, see it's right here? This is the one I just brought in. I'm going to click on that. It's going to get a little green box around it. And I'm going to say insert image. And look at this. Magically, it's just going to pop into Design Space. It's a perfect size. You don't need to do anything to it. It's all ready to go. It's one item. I'm going to say make it. Cricut's going to send it over to the mat. I'm going to say continue. I want 1. It's going to cut on a 12 by 12. I'm going to say continue. It's going to look for my machine. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. It's really that easy. So let's run back again. We go back to the classroom. You know, pick the one that you want. Remember you got here. Let me go back one more. You got here. And you pick which one you want, which date I did it. I try to give it a name so that you can remember what it was. I don't always, but once you click in, and you have access to every free thing that I do, you can click one of these, whichever one you want, or all of them. Your computer's going to ask you, where do you want to save it? You need to remember that. This is the hardest part, remembering where you put it. I suggest that you set up a folder that you put them all in all the time. And then you're going to go to Cricut. And let's cancel us out of here. We want to get back to where? Yes, cancel. It's going. And we're going to cancel. I want to get us back to the very beginning. We're going to say new. And when you do that, it's going to say, oh my goodness, you already have something here. What do you want to do with it? I want to replace it because I'm okay. So I'm starting with a nice blank canvas. I'm going to go to upload image because I want an SVG, browse, where did I drop it? Where did I keep it? I need to remember. And say open. This is a different one. Again, I'm going to put the tags in if you want to remember what it is. This is the only time you get to do it. When would you use a tag? When you were searching for something. So if you go, let's say simple. So we remember it's one of my simples. And there it is. But now it's not always going to be there, and I don't know that. So let's go back to new. I have a brand new project and I need to cut out a simple. I'm going to go to images. Remember, this is where all Cricut images live. They also put your images here. I'm going to type in the word simple because I put that in my tags, and it's going to come up with a bunch of simple stuff, but it will eventually come up with my simples that I have loaded. If you don't want to go through all of this, come over here to the filter and say uploaded. And now it's going to look through and it's only going to bring up my simples that I have uploaded. Okay? All right. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. See you soon.